stopping by. Thank you for returning if you're one of my subscribers. And if you're not a current subscriber, I'd really appreciate you subscribing sometime throughout this video. I try my minimum my minimal amount of videos that I put up a week is 2. I try and get them up both during the week. And yeah, so if you're after some inspiration, stick around and let this Aussie show you what I know. All right, what am I doing today? A 12 by 12 layout, and I'm using only black and white papers. So the paper pack that I used for this, I bought from Kmart if you're an Aussie. It's a Smash brand. I don't even know if it's still available. I did buy it a while ago, and they were... Was it Kmart or was it Spotlight? Maybe it was Spotlight. I did have a look in the Kmart website and I didn't see it. So maybe it was Spotlight. But I do know I bought it quite a while ago. I bought a 12 by 12 pad and I bought a 6 by 6. So just so I had different gauges, if that makes sense. So with the grid, I've got a tighter grid pattern. Anyway, so that's what I'm using. And I left this piece in because I stuffed it up. And I want you to see that, especially I've got quite a few people that are new to scrapbooking, and I want you to know that even though you watch these videos and we make it look so easy sometimes, it comes down to editing. Honestly, we make just as many mistakes as everybody else. It's just crafting at home or crafting at a crop or at a get-together and see, look what I did. And I will give myself a little bit of credit here. It is harder to video when my camera is mounted above my head. So I try a lot not to lean forward, which makes it harder to make sure things are lined up, especially like that. And what I did realize doing this layout, black and white is not forgiving. Especially when you've got all these grids and stuff, it's not as forgiving. Now, what am I doing? So 4 photos of my beautiful Chihuahua, Lexi, and she's an amazing dog. She's a typical Chihuahua, dare I say that. She will bark at anything that moves, but love her to death. And my husband, who's sitting here ever so patiently watching me scrapbook, doing a few things. I think I was actually working out some editing or something or other. And my dog jumped up and I can literally see her going, "Dad, Mum's scrapping again." Like I can literally hear her saying that. It's so cute. Okay, so I put a bit of fun foam under this one. Again, I just get that from Spotlight. It's just kids craft foam. It's sticky on one side and then you just add your adhesive to the other side. This is why, you're watching now why I don't use this tape when I'm doing videos. See how clunky it makes it all look? It's a lot cheaper if you're a scrapper in Australia and you're looking for double-sided tape that's really sticky, it holds really well and doesn't budge, and it's a bit cheaper. I get that from Spotlight. It comes in a cylinder, and I think there's 16 rolls, something like that. But it's only usually about $13. Now, what I'm doing here, this is only the second time I've ever made these. Okay, so cut out a strip, then I scored it at every other, so it works out to be 1/4 inch. So you go along and you score 1/4 inch all the way along. Now, I made mine 18 inches long. So I had 3 sections. 3? Yeah, I did have to. Yeah, there was 3 sections joined together. So, and they were 6-inch long sections. I used the black and white paper. See how it's not as easy as it looks to get it to all come together and stay together. Am I frustrating you yet? If you've made lots of these, I bet you I'm frustrating you because I make it look so hard. It's just one of those things that if you had extra hands, it'd be easy. I just use art glitter glue, right? Now, the people that I learnt this from, I actually learnt it from Sam. I think I can't pronounce her last name. I'm going to butcher it. Sam Calcote. She's English. I will link her YouTube below. She has so many fantastic ideas. It's not that her ideas are specifically unique to her, but I find she seems to have the clearest way of explaining it. And she breaks it down, not to make you feel dumb, but she breaks down and you really don't have to think. She gives you everything. It's really good. I just was having a really bad hand pain day, so getting these two to stay together was a little annoying, I will say. All you do is score them all 1/4 of an inch, fold them like you fold a paper fan, backwards, forwards, all the way around. Then you join the ends together, scrunch them as push. You can see how I'm doing it. You just got to push them into a circle and hold it on the glue. I'm probably holding this way too long. It's probably already taken. Art glitter glue does not take this long to dry. It looks like PVA, but it's not. I just decided to add a bit more in there. Okay. Now, so my biggest one there is 1 inch long. And I did go around the outside of all of them with some VersaFine ink, just to give the white edges where I cut them, just to give it a bit more definition. Okay, so what you can see me doing here is I'm just making the centerpieces for these little, I don't even know what you call them. They sort of look like fan pinwheels. I'm not sure what you actually call them. But I get these, I actually learnt this from Adele Toomey. She's Inky Quill here in Australia. She's down south though. I'm up in Queensland. And she makes her own flare flare buttons. So she actually mentioned eons ago, like I'm talking probably 3, maybe 4 years ago, and she showed us where to get these epoxy. They're a sticker on the back. They're 1 inch circle clear epoxy. They just look like a giant enamel dot, basically, and they're sticky on the back. So what I've done is I've just grabbed out one of my Kaisercraft stamps, which I have no idea what they're called because they don't have a name on them. I grabbed them out of a clearance bin, so you can use any stamp you like. These ones, this is where I play around. That's where I was going to position these, but it sort of looks funny. I think it looks better like that. Ignore a Day at the Farm. That was a title that I had for something else, and I lined it all up on my piece of paper and then changed my mind. And I just couldn't be bothered putting it back. However, I'm not throwing out the stickers because they're creative memory stickers and they are not cheap. So I will come back to those at some point on a layout. The stickers that I'm using here are, what are they? They are, I didn't write it down. They're thickers and they're called hardcore. I think that's right. I will write it in the description if you're interested. I love them because I buy them in, I managed to get a heap of them. Spotlight was selling them out for like $2 for a pack. So I bought a few of them. The reason I really like them is because they're bold. They're big but not too big. You can get quite a bold title. Yeah, and it's really good. Now, I was going to move Dad over, but the problem I found is, for the first time in living memory, thickers without any glue stuck so well. They're there and I can't move them. So annoying. But that's okay. I get over myself. It's fine. At this point, did I tell you that I inked around the edges of everything with my black VersaFine ink? Why did I use my black VersaFine ink? Because I completely forgot that I had just bought umpteen distress inks and I had a black there. Alternatively, my Kaisercraft black ink that I used quite a lot in the last half dozen layouts, it's gone tacky, it's gone sticky. It's now resting in peace in my bin because I just can't deal with it. I don't know why. Does anyone else have that issue with Kaisercraft ink? Anyway, moving on. Now, what else can I tell you about this layout? These are, okay, so the sprinkly bits I'm putting down at the moment, they are a sprinkly mix that I got from Uniquely Creative, and I'm not one usually for adding sequins to a page, but I used the clear and a couple of the little tiny black ones, and it looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. Is it my happiest layout? Is the one thing that I'm the happiest with? No, there's nothing really that stands out to me, but process video is a process video. So I'm just going to say one more time, not to harp on it, but I think I struggle with this self-promotion thing. This is where I'm struggling. Please subscribe, throw me a like if you've got this far in the video, and I will have another video for you later in the week. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. The rain has stopped here in Queensland, in case anyone's curious, although we are looking at storms, but that's okay. Anyway, thank you so much for visiting. Thank you. Please subscribe, and thanks very much. See you later. Bye.